In today's video, we have a bonus episode of our mini-series about 15 surprising challenges all instructional coaches face. Today, we're sharing 5 more surprising challenges all instructional coaches face. Hello, coaches, and welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Friday. My name is Kim, and today I'm adding a bonus episode to our mini-series about 15 surprising challenges all instructional coaches face. Today is 5 more surprising challenges all instructional coaches face in a bonus episode. And these 5 are 5 things they don't tell you before you become an instructional coach. It's been really interesting over the last few weeks as these videos have aired, and I've had lots of conversations on our Coach Better podcast, how many times all of the 15 surprising challenges that I shared in the previous 3 episodes have come up in those conversations. And as part of those conversations, as I've been thinking about them, I realized there's 5 more things I wanted to share with you today. So these 5 bonus challenges are all on the coaching level. Let's get started. The first bonus surprise is that you actually probably had more influence as a peer than you do as a coach. You can impact the teaching and learning on a team as a peer, oftentimes even more quickly than you can as a coach. As a coach, we kind of have a longer term, slower pace of change because we don't have that street cred that you do as a peer classroom teacher. So it's something to really understand that when you come into a school as a coach, if you weren't a classroom teacher in that specific building before, it's going to take a little bit of a while for teachers to kind of warm up to you and understand the level of experience that you have had as a classroom teacher. So sometimes that can feel a little bit frustrating that you might have been able to make changes on your individual teaching team so much faster than you can make change as a coach in your school. The second bonus challenge is understanding that coaching is not all one level. There's a concept defined by Jo Ellen Killian called coaching heavy and coaching light. And the idea is that coaching light is kind of those helpful tips that you provide for teachers to make their lives a little bit easier. But coaching heavy is asking those difficult questions, asking teachers to probe deeper into their practice and maybe making them a little bit uncomfortable in order to push them further in their thinking. So as a coach, you have to walk this fine tightrope between coaching heavy and coaching light because you don't always want to be coaching heavy. Sometimes those conversations are a little bit too deep, but sometimes we can also get stuck staying at that coaching light level. So finding that right balance between coaching heavy and coaching light is another surprising challenge. The third surprising bonus challenge is that as a coach, you need to work with all different subject areas and grade levels that you might not have ever taught yourself in your own classroom. Maybe you became a coach because you were doing amazing things with tech in your classroom, but now you have to support other grade levels that you've never taught yourself. Or maybe you're a science teacher formerly, and now you become a science coach, but you need to work with every grade level, whereas you focused only on middle school before. Or maybe you were an upper elementary teacher for your whole career, and now you've become a literacy coach and you need to work with the entire elementary school. Whatever the case may be, it's very often that once you become a coach, you're working with different subject areas or different grade levels than you have actually taught, and you're still expected to kind of know your stuff. So that can be a bit of a challenge, understanding exactly how things work at different grade levels and different subject areas and helping support them to the best of your ability, even with no personal experience yourself in that subject area or grade level. The fourth surprising bonus challenge that all instructional coaches face is moving beyond working with the willing. Sometimes we are so enthusiastic about our own content area, we can't even imagine that there might be teachers who are not so interested in trying new things in their classrooms. And understanding how to work with all teachers is a big part of your job. So finding that right pathway to a conversation with every teacher, whether it's the super willing and enthusiastic teacher or maybe someone who's a little bit more resistant, can be a new challenge when you become an instructional coach. And the fifth and final bonus challenge for today is the perception versus the reality of your role as a coach. Sometimes there can be a perception among other staff members that because you don't have a classroom role, you're not really doing anything during the day. So helping teachers understand what your role is, and that just because you don't have a classroom teaching position doesn't mean you're not constantly in action as a coach throughout the school, can be a bit of a challenge. And finding the right way to explain that without making anyone else feel bad can be a very special challenge. Alongside of that, as a coach, to be able to prioritize your tasks, sometimes you have to actually say no to things that teachers ask you to do. And that can be very uncomfortable if there's a perception that maybe you're not really doing anything during the day, and now you're saying no to something that someone has asked of you. So really understanding how to demonstrate through the actions you take every day about what your actual role is can be a surprising challenge for instructional coaches. All right, there you have it. 5 more bonus surprising challenges that all instructional coaches face. Having been a coach for almost 20 years, I know that all of these challenges can seem bigger or smaller depending on the school that you're in. Some might be really challenging for you right now, and others might not be an issue at all. No matter what, we have tons of resources to support you here at Eduro Learning. In the description box below, check out 2 great resources we're sharing today. One is a free self-assessment checklist that hits on the 15 surprising challenges I shared in the last 3 videos in this mini-series, and the other is an overview of our online courses for coaches designed by coaches. If you're experiencing any of these challenges in your coaching role right now, we have an online course to support you. So check them out in the description box below. If there's something else you're looking for and we don't have it, please let us know in the comments. We want to hear what kinds of challenges you are facing as a coach and how we can better support you. We are passionate about the impact that coaches can make on school culture, teacher professional growth, and student learning, and we want to help you coach better. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed any part of this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us know what we should focus on. If you want to see more great coaching tips and strategies in under 5 minutes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notifications bell to find out every time we release a new episode. If you're looking for even more coaching resources, head over to edurolearning.com/coachbetter to explore over 20 online courses designed by coaches for coaches. And catch us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Eduro Learning to connect with us. See you next week for 5 Minute Friday.